Okay, welcome back. This is episode 2 of playing Dwarf Fortress with Teemo. We're going to continue the game that we have. So, world... Ooh, I actually don't know which one I did. Let's see. Autosave. Active save. That's probably the one. Let's go ahead and see. So I got a couple of worlds because I'm playing on my own outside of this, obviously. It's nice to play it that way because I don't have to talk to myself. But it's okay because I got you guys with me for this one. So, starting with episode 2 here, and every episode after that, what I'm going to start when it loads back up is I'm going to give a little overview, look around, and see where we are. So, first of all, zoom this out a little bit. So here's the farm we started. We could take a look at that. So we've got some plump helmets here growing, which is nice. Unfortunately, they don't have any. I'm guessing it's a bug because I think that they have built some farms. And sometimes I do see a little bit of farm stuff show up. So I'm thinking that that's just bugged. You can see that we built that wall to keep everyone out. If I want to put more farms in here, I can. We got plenty of extra mud. For right now, one farm plot's going to be fine. I've got alternate food sources. I'm gathering outside. I've got eggs going. You can see here I've got 3 egg thins. And why do I only have 1 duck? I should have more than 1 duck. Did all my ducks get eaten? I've got lots of ducks. Where my ducks be at? I don't know where all my ducks are. We'll have to investigate that so we can actually see where ducks are. If we go to pet livestock here, if I click on one of these, it'll take me to where the ducks are. It says there's a duck. Do you guys see the duck on the screen? I sure don't see the duck on the screen. Alright, we'll let it, I'll unpause it here in a second and we'll see if the ducks just show up. So things to do here with the ducks is finish the wall that we started to get this walled in. What I'm going to do is actually put a 2-high wall, and I was thinking about it last night. I've got something different I'm going to do. So I already got the ramp up a level. I'm going to do something a little bit different and show you how to deal with corners building out. We've got gathering in this area. I'll show you that. So you see we got this large gathering food area. So I try not to chop those down so I can actually get food out of that. We got some wood still ready to go. I'll probably chop a bunch of trees in this area next time I have to do a chop path. I believe we still have some designations up here. Yeah, we still got a bunch of trees that they haven't yet chopped. So we're good to go. Coming into the fort, this was our initial storage. It just kind of got the leftover items that I haven't built more dedicated storages to. We've got that bridge coming in that I can close with this lever. And if I close it, it opens up. There's 3 little channels going down here, and it comes to our trap floor. So there's a whole bunch of traps that I'm going to put in a row as my mechanisms get done, and as my cages get done, the dwarves will load them. So this will get a whole bunch of traps. When I get invaded, I'll be able to just raise this drawbridge. It'll close this entrance. So the only way in is to go down through this and snake back and forth to get into here. So it'll force all of the bad guys to go through all my traps. Got my little office for my manager. These little things right here, so this is a ramp down. They actually look really neat. I like how they did them. And then that's the ramp back up. And then a ramp down another level. This is our farm level. We go down a couple more levels, we get to our stone. I've got some workshops. So we've got our carpenter, we got our mason, we've got our craft shop, we've got our mechanics. Here's our wood burner. We got some smelters going. We got a couple of metalsmiths going. We've got our metal bars, we've got our charcoal here, we've got stone blocks, and we got the metal bars up here for little things. I set up quantum stockpiles everywhere. It feels a little cheesy sometimes. Some people don't like to use it, but it saves a lot of space and actually saves a lot of frames per second. So that's why I use it. Here is the unfinished stone, so you can see a whole bunch of andesite ready to go to make into blocks. There's my jewelry gem cutters. I got a bunch of cut gems, it looks like. So hopefully I'll be able to trade pretty well next time we get there. And then this right here, this looks like finished goods, and this is my furniture ready to go. Go down another level, I've got my kitchen, I've got my still set up, here's my food. I'm starting to work on a legendary dining hall, so my dwarves are always happy. Oh, and actually, let's go ahead and increase the value of that. So I'm done with the smoothing of my beds on this side. So I'm going to come up here and start my smoothers working on this. What is this one? Tetrahedrite. So I'll keep cutting on this. Once I finish digging into here and mining out this node, I'm actually going to put a wall across that. So closest. Maybe. I might actually turn this into a hospital. I like to put the hospital next to my great hall. That way, if there's patients to take care of, my dwarves in here can just go from eating and drinking to go take care of the patients and back. So I'll probably actually do that instead. But I don't need this one over here anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and fill in this wall with a block. Remember, we do blocks instead of the actual stone because they're quicker to carry, and you get a 4-to-1 ratio when you turn them into blocks. So it's just easier to work with, and you get more out of your stone. Alright, so that is good to go. Alright, I'll wait on that. I might actually build the rest of these. Let me see how many doors I got built. Just 5, huh? Oh, we gotta turn that back on. Every time you play a new game, for those that remember, start a door, you gotta keep this check. So this doesn't start back on as a default, even if you did it in the previous game, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and finish all the doors there. I think that was it, yeah. And let's see if I got some beds. Alright, furniture, bed. I do have some beds, so I can probably finish those off. And I don't think I need these right now. Oops, I didn't build that one. I just have 30 completed rooms right now, and I've got a pop of 23. So I don't need it, but I am expecting more waves to show up, especially as I start trading more. My value will go up, and I should get a lot more. For those of you that have been playing and you're saying, hey, there's nobody showing up to my fortress, I've been playing for 3 years and I've gotten only 15 dwarves, it's most likely because you haven't traded enough value out. And so what you're going to want to do is find more valuable things to trade off. The reason I get my gems going early and get somebody dedicated to that is gems are very light, easy to pick up, easy to get a lot of value out. You can also, if you want to get more value out of the gems, is you could do something like create, if you come to the craft shop. So there's just like make a rock, like a toy, or some crowns, or just rock crafts in general, or bracelets, amulets, any of these kinds of things in here. So if you make some of those, and they're high quality, and then you encrust them with some finished gems, it becomes very high valuable items that you can trade as well. You can also just make it from your citizens. They like to have that kind of stuff. It makes them happier. I don't usually bother with that kind of stuff. I usually make them happy by giving them food to drink and that kind of stuff. I'm not really running low on stone yet, was I? No, I got lots of stone, so I don't need to. If I start running low on stone, what I'll come in here and do is I'll grab like the mining tool, and I'll just get a huge area like this and just turn it all into stone. I don't need to do that yet. I haven't run low on stone, so I'm still just going to be doing exploratory mining and mining out these little clusters as I find them. So I don't really need obsidian. Looks like I need to do some more exploratory mining though. If you go to the wiki, which I recommend, but they have some more efficient mining paths than what I'm doing right now. I don't bother with that because I build a lot of stuff outside of my fortress, and because of that, and just inside the fortress as well, I end up using a lot of blocks. And because of that, I don't care how efficient it is, because later, like I said, I'm going to come through and just designate this whole area to mine anyways. Also, as I'm doing this, it's actually added a lot of extra paths to look at for dwarves to do. So when I get done mining an area, what I do is I wall this off, or I use designation, so this high traffic, and I can set this restricted if I want. And I would just restrict an area like that. And then that will, is there a delete? No, just normal traffic. I'll just do that. That probably gets rid of it. Yeah. So if you do it restricted traffic, that'll also kind of act like a wall, because the dwarves will see that and say, okay, I don't want to path across that, and it'll cut all the pathing down. The wall is even more effective than restricted areas, but the restricted areas work pretty well if you don't want to build walls. And that's actually where I stop. So I'll also dig down. Oh, no, I got to channel down. Channel down a level. And mine the next start of the staircase. So that's where I am on the fort. So what we're going to be working on is getting my ducks safe. And we got to figure out what happened to all my ducks. Where is my ducks at? I don't see them. We got one stray duck. Did they all walk up? No, they didn't walk up a level. Let's try to find these ducks. So we're back to progressing time again. Alright, so there's a duck there. And there's a duck over here. Why are you... You know what? I'm going to see if somehow they got taken out of this pasture. So you come here, select the animals. No, I got all the ducks here. I don't need my puppies to be stuck in the pasture. Alright, so I don't know what's going on with the ducks. Hopefully my dwarves will come figure it out and bring them back. And once I get the walls up, then it'll be no good. Oh, the other thing what I want to do is I'm putting walls up. I'm not going to put an entrance in at all. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to do some stairs. Oh, and I'm also going to show you some more stair use inside. There's something else I wanted to show you all. Alright, so stairs is under the dig menu. I'm going to do a stair. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig down just in the corner here of the room. So I'm going to start here. It's got to span multiple levels, so I'm just going to come down one level with it. And so now there's a stair that's going to be from this level up to this level. My dwarves will eventually dig that. So I'm going to have a stair into the middle of this. And so what I'm essentially doing is I'm connecting this to the inside of my fortress. When I got that, then I have to get around. That's fine. That's fine. We're just going to, what we're going to do is we're going to come and we're going to dig over close to it, right? And then we're going to come back. We're going to go down another level. There we go. Dig past it. Alright, oh, we'll just dig all the way to here. Now, you can see that this is just a one wide path. You know what? Let's make it wider. Maybe I'll have a lot of egg people. I don't know. We'll see. And so that means I'm going to need some more stairs as well. Alright, now this one is in the corner, so I can't actually do 3, so I'll just do 2, but that's okay. It's still pretty good. And then we'll continue this wall up here. Alright, so I'm going to build, go to constructions, get my wall going. I know I got some blocks being built. Let's see, so I got 202 andesite. I don't want to use that because those are the full stone, and they're heavy. So again, we want to use blocks, because blocks are nice and light. 10 of those, and then I should, oh, the other thing is, see this large stone? So that's going to get in the way of construction. The way you get rid of that is by smoothing. So I go to smooth, I smooth the stone, and I do that one. So they're going to come by, and it basically just destroys the rock. At least it did in Classic. I believe I've tried it in this too. We'll give it a shot and see what happens anyways. I thought I did it in my own game once. If that doesn't work, I'll go through the menus to figure out what does work, and we'll figure it out together. Alright, so got those going. Now I did have a squad in here, right? Yeah, let me get rid of that squad. Get out of here, squad. I'm going to create a real squad eventually, but that was what I was trying to get. And I realized I was silly. What I could have just done, if you saw episode 1, I was having trouble getting my miners to be outside when I raised the bridge so they could go ahead and channel underneath this. What I should have done is just create a burrow for them, assign the 2 of them to the burrow, and they would have come out here with their picks and just stayed there until I raised the bridge, and I could have released the burrow, and it would have been fine. That would have been way easier. I was doing all kinds of hard ways to do it, but lesson learned there. Alright, let's see. Again, I've got some unhappy people. Let's pause it for a second and actually review some of these unhappy people and see what they need. Alright, so the first one, you need to pray to lure it. We need some socialization, some excitement, objects. So you want to fight and cause trouble. Excellent. That's my kind of dwarf right there. What does my fisher dwarf need? He needs to pray and socialize, also fight. I got some fighters. I think I should put them in a squad and let them do some fighting. That's what I should do. We've got an angry dwarven child with no needs. You need to just get over it, is what you need to do. I don't care if my children are angry. That's what children always do, right? Let's get some more traps going. Now, this autosave that's coming up, so that happens every season by default. So it's early spring, you see up in the top right. The first of granite. So the months have stone names. Year 101. So we just started spring. I believe the games start in the spring. They start in the spring, they start in the fall. I can't remember. How long have I been playing with you guys now? I think we're 3 seasons in. I think this is the 3rd season. I think it starts in the fall, then goes to winter, and then we get spring. So I'm actually expecting to see another caravan this month. Oh, we got a Fey mood. Let me go to this. So I think this is the first one we've had. So we're gonna go see if we can find this person. Ustith has claimed a stoneworkers. So this is the stoneworkers. Where are you, Ustith? You're Cadden, Bromrick, Ustith. All right, so he is in a Fey mood, a strange mood. You see it right here. So what that is every now and then a dwarf is going to enter a strange mood, and they want to craft something, and they're going to pick one of your workshops to do the craft, and they're going to want to go and build it out of certain things, and there should be some thoughts about what they need. They're getting some tetrahedrite, but they should have some. If they can't find it, they're going to have, some lines in here about, Usteth here wants, I don't know, some iron ore or something like that. If I don't have any iron ore, he's upset. Or I need some turtle shells or something like that. Sometimes they build their stuff out of some pretty crazy stuff. Sometimes they build it out of stuff that you just can't get, and he's just going to fail. Once he collects everything he needs to start it, he'll take over this shop, and it'll start a construction. Then when he gets done, Ustith's, we look at his skills right now. So he is a Dablin Stone, and which one is it? Dablin Mason. So he's a Dablin Mason. We'll come back to oh no, this is Catton. Ustith skills. He is a, what's he got for a Mason? He's got nothing. So he's a Dablin Stone Cutter, an adequate stone carver. We'll see what he gets as far as these skills for what he creates. So what he creates is going to give him a lot of skill experience in something stone related, depending on what he builds. So we're going to come back. So we see adequate stone carver, Dablin stone cutter, nothing for mason. So we'll see what he has after he finishes, if he gets to finish. So we'll keep that one started. We got a giant Wolverine. That's no fun. Let's go see what's up this Wolverine. Looks like it might have been a while ago. I guess my dwarf survived that. I mean, my dog survived that. Why was he fighting all the way over there? You dogs. I got some more ducks showing up. That's good. And I struck some praise. A lot of stuff has been completed. So if you were here last time, you saw me create a lot of work orders. So I've got a whole bunch of automation going for me, so I never have to tell my fortress to make another bed, door, chest, cabinet. All these are all automatically going to build whenever they're needed to build for the rest of the game. So I'm done with doing that kind of stuff. Some stuff I haven't put on repeat. For example, did any of these? No, all these look like they're repeat tags. But every now and then I build something. Like, for instance, I'll show you. I never put repeats on wheelbarrows, for instance. So I'm going to just build another 10 in case I need them for something. I also don't usually do minecarts. So minecart. Oh, and minecarts I actually like to build out of copper so it gets rid of them. Copper minecarts. So I'll build some of those. So minecarts, wheelbarrows, I don't need as many as I need with some of the other stuff, so I always just put those as one-time uses. If I don't go in there and start setting conditions, then they'll just one-time use. So you can see here, it's just a 10, and it's just this green box. So it's ready to activate, it's going to go, it's going to do it once. Let me start the time again. So it looked like my people needed some praying and needed to start fighting. So I think I'm going to go accomplish the pray first. And we're going to put it on the level with, put it here on the level with their, one level down, 2 levels. This level. This level is where we're going to have our temples. So we're going to build a hallway here. We'll create, I like to put a little bit of an entranceway. We'll go six wide, and we'll do 5, 10 deep. There will be a temple, and I'm going to start the temple with just a generic temple. And then I'm also going to have a temple to whatever I have the most of. So I'm going to start 2 temples here. And so what I do with the temples is they also like their temples to be of high value. So I'm going to start smoothing these down and engraving these. Once they're smooth and engraved, then I start building some statues. Actually, I could start getting those ready as well. So rock statue. Make some rock statues. This I'll put a condition. I like to have them. If the rock statues are less than, we'll call it 15. Make 10 of them. Alright, so I'll get some rock statues going. So I can get, and statues are just, they make it look kind of neat. Plus it adds a lot of value. With temples, sometimes they like to play instruments and stuff. So I might build some crafts for instruments. Put a box in here and put some instruments in it, something like that. And then they can do some worship music, I guess. And dwarves like that kind of stuff. So I'll probably get around to that eventually too. Alright, back out to... Alright, he still hasn't started. Let me just close that out so I can see when it pops up. Let me know if you see that pop up. Alright, we got more ducks in here. It looks like they're rounding up those ducks. I don't know why they ran off. Maybe that Wolverine that came by scared them off. Maybe that's what it was. I'm not sure. Alright, and let's construct wall. I'm not going to completely close off all of this yet, just because it gives more room for them to get in and out of here. So even though I'm going to eventually close this all off, I'm going to leave this open until, I'm probably going to leave it open the whole time and just fill that in right when I'm done. Now I do have the stairs down. You can see that this tunnel is all the way built, and so dwarves are able to come all the way in here from inside the fort. So if I close this bridge, once I close that bridge and this wall is closed, the way that you're going to get here is through the traps, down a level and then back over. If it's open, you just have to come down here, go down 2 levels and come back over. But nobody's really going to try to get here unless they can see it. Oh, let's see what I got. Masterpiece wood chest. So that's not an artifact, that's just somebody did a really good wood chest. My carpenter's got some good skills. We can actually take a look at that. I want to go through this one. So I've got, I probably don't have it set. Do I have a woodworker? There we go. See what his skills are. Expert carpenter. Yeah, so he's doing a pretty good job. The jobs, if you have them in here in the labors, a lot of people complaining about this. So I haven't added too many. I just added the gem cutting. I'm going to add some later when I start doing my armor smithing and weaponsmithing. And that way I make sure that just unique people do them, or just a couple of people, because I want to get those skills up for them specifically. If I don't do that, then pretty much anyone comes, but it will kind of focus who's best at it. They'll kind of take the jobs first automatically, but they won't always. And so you'll end up using a lot of metal on people who aren't very good. Oh, here's a duck over here. You know what? I want my dwarves to be able to get across this safely, so I'm going to go ahead and construct a bridge. I might want to be able to raise it later, so I'm going to go ahead and construct it so I can raise it if I want to. And we need, for some reason, bridges are just a lot less stone than if I were to make a floor on that, it would have taken me 12 stone. Because I'm making a bridge, for some reason that only requires 4. Who knows? Alright, my dwarves are not liking to build this wall. That's okay. It's probably because I'm giving them too much stuff to do. But I gotta keep the dwarves busy, otherwise they sit around and just drink all my alcohol. Speaking of which, I got 124 drinks, 340 food, got plenty. Some people are also having problems with that. So that just comes with experience on knowing how to get food and drinks. Hopefully you learned a little bit watching episode 1. But yeah, you want to set up your food and drink almost first, because you're going to need your dwarves to have both of those things flowing. Now I've got a lot of sources of food and drink already because I got the eggs for food. I'm starting to make some plump helmets and some sweet pods. I'm gathering a lot of fruit outside. I'm eventually going to, oh, I don't have an easy way to do that. I'll have to build another bridge here. That's what I'm going to do. So I want to be able to close off this right here, because eventually what I'm going to want to do is make it so my dwarves can't get there, and this is the easiest way, so I'll close it. That way the eggs that are in here just grow up, get fertilized and hatch, and I'll get a whole bunch of ducks. And once I get a whole bunch of ducks, I'll actually be able to butcher a whole bunch of ducks and get some meat, and that'll give me another source of food besides just the eggs. So that's what's nice about bringing the egg layers, is that you can get both meat and eggs by just hatching a batch, or a clutch, whatever you call a bunch of eggs. Alright, how's my... Still got some more trees to chop. Alright, so I haven't seen the construction start yet. I'm going to go check out, what was it, an Ustith? Here we go. So Ustith is having some... Let's see if we can figure out what he needs. Alright. Thoughts. Recent thoughts. I don't see anything for what they need. Yeah. I wonder if just watching her think is going to give like a little thought bubble over what she needs. So, no. So I don't know how to do this in this version. So before they would kind of like talk about what they needed or mumble about what they needed. Maybe I open this up and I just read this. Who's this? I don't care about that one. Say something else. Yeah, I don't see it. So she's, or he is a he, boy or girl? It's a girl. So she is not telling me what she needs to start. So she is probably going to go crazy. And she's the expedition leader, so that's fun. But, oh well. That's life. So after she goes crazy, what I'm going to need to do is appoint another dwarf, and I can just do that right now. Let's go to the noble menu. Ustith is not doing so good, so let's see who we got. Gongan here is a novice organizer. We'll use Godin here as that. Where's Godin? Oh, we've got a whole bunch of... My cheese maker here looks pretty good for my broker. And then, but I'm also going to make Godin. Well, I could do this guy as the record keeper. Stoneworker. Now we're going to do Godin. Alright, Godin. And then we're going to assign that room to Godin, because my other person's going to go crazy and kill themselves. That's just the breaks. Now, that's not guaranteed. Maybe she's just thinking about what she needs to build. Maybe she'll get it. But I'm just taking some precautions so that I still have a manager if they decide to off themselves. When a construction like this is unable to be completed, what happens is they go mad and they pick from a random assortment of mental illnesses. One of them is they go berserk, they try to kill everybody around them. One of them is to become kind of just depressed and they walk around and find ways to off themselves. So they'll walk into volcanoes, they'll go and drown themselves, that kind of stuff. One of them is they just kind of sit and stare at the corner, don't do anything. Another one is they just don't eat or drink or do anything like that. And then the last one is they just kind of like drop everything they have, they get naked, and they just kind of run around naked until they... I think that's all of them. The berserk one is the toughest to deal with. The other four, they're just going to eventually die. Speaking of which, did I start coffins? Alright, am I making coffins? I got some rock coffins being made. Let's go find a place to make our tomb. Alright, so this level here is my temples. I can actually assign those right now, so I'll assign the temples first. So temples are meeting areas. So I'm going to put one around here. I'll take it all the way down to there. Alright, accept. And we're going to assign it to a location. It's going to be a new temple, and this first one's going to be no specific deity at all. So they just anybody at all that needs to pray can go there, which is good. I'm going to do another meeting area around this one. It's okay that they overlap a little. And basically they share that wall. That's fine. Assign that. And let's see. No. Temple. Expedition leader. Oh yeah, so let me just pause that and go over that. So I got revenge. 8 worshippers for them, 8 worshippers, 16 for Lurit. Alright, looks like Lurit's going to be our big winner. Yeah, okay, so these guys got 6 worshippers, so that's our big temple. We're going to do that one. Alright, let's see what happened. Stark Raven Mad. Excellent. So that happened because she couldn't finish the construction. So she's mad. If I go look at Usteth here, where's Usteth? Stark Raven Mad. There it is, Usteth. Oh, she is still wearing her clothes. That's good to see, I think. Items. Yep, so she's still got her socks on, 1 shoe, her dress, and her trousers. But she's Stark Raven Mad. Actually, let's see what she does. We'll follow her for a little bit. If you click this little thing, follow the creature. And let's unpause it and see what happens. Oh, yeah, so she's, there you go, dropping the sock, going for the shoe. She's probably just got nothing on now. Items, nothing. Alright, so we are naked, and we are running around naked. So that is the craziness, and she'll just do that until she dies. So, there we go. We can stop following the naked dwarf. Alright, but I've already got the manager set in place. Oops, wrong. And someone else took over as the leader of another Usteth. Oh no, Usteth is still expedition leader. So we don't really need Usteth. If we want a new leader. Bomrick the broker, yeah, you could take over as expedition leader. Bomrick. Thank you for leading our expedition. The last commander did not make it mentally. That's okay. We appreciate her service. Better luck next time. Alright. Still haven't... it's because I did some other smoothing down below. So this one might take a little while. That's okay. We're already leaving it open anyways. So the fact that that one is taking a little while too is not that big a deal. I do need this wall to finish though, right? No. Okay, so you see the ramp that we made last time? That gets up to the 2nd floor so we can walk up there. When I come up here, you can see that there's a wall that they can walk on. Now, I want to get rid of these 2 trees because they're kind of in the way. That one is it's an alder, so that one doesn't matter. That's not going to do fruit. So We'll cut that tree down and cut this tree down because it's near where I'm going to be. And what happens is if there's a tree like this one that is nearby, what can happen is monsters can actually climb up it, climb out on these branches, and get on top of my wall. So I want to cut the trees down that are near the wall, just so it keeps some safety on the animals inside. Oh, I got some migrants. What am I up to? I don't know. None. A war dog and a snail man. This snail man is just getting in fights. I don't know where the snail man ran off to, but he's just fighting my war dogs. I don't know why. Let's see how many show up. So I got 23 is what I had before, so no new people yet. Oh, no migrants this season. Okay. Fortress attracted no migrants. That's okay. I haven't really traded much value out, so I'm not really expecting a lot of migrants yet. When I start getting some more value, I don't know. And all my ducks are gone again. Yeah, it's probably these snail men and wolverines and stuff that get in fights with my dogs that are chasing off all my ducks. And then I have to go. So once I get this wall up, that's not going to happen. You know, my ducks and my dogs will stay in here. The reason I put the dogs in here, if you don't remember, is that I want to be able to chase off any nasty birds that get in here and bother them, because it's still going to be open to the air. Oh, actually, let me look around and see. On my other game, I had some nice honeybees. I was able to get some honey as well. Let's see if I got... So if you have those on your map, it's nice because it's a pretty automatic thing to do. And it's an alternate both food and drink source. And so the dwarves really like it. But I don't... You can't start honeybees without having honeybees on your map. And I do not see any honeybee beehives, at least on this Z level, but it would most likely be on this Z level as well. You can see here that that change. If you remember from the first episode, we embarked and I picked a place that had two biomes right next to each other. So you can see a pretty stark difference between the biome that had the forests and the one that didn't have the forests right next to each other. And they each had a little bit different minerals too. So if I were to actually come down, oh, there we go. There we go. See, we smoothed away that stone right there like I was talking about. Thank you, Dwarf, for demonstrating that in the middle of while I was talking about something else. Anyway, so if I were to dig down, generally speaking, each level is made out of, so this is an andesite level in this area. However, if I were to just, and actually let's go ahead and do that. If I were to take this and just come east with it here, all the way into the other zone, we'll see if it swaps from being a mainly andesite level into being something else. So even though it's mainly andesite, you can see that there's also cobaltite in here, and you've got the tetrahedrite, but it's essentially an andesite level is the primary, even though there's other things. Oh, so we got some gems. It's good that I was looking around. And so every level is like that. There'll be a primary stone that is the level, and then other stuff could be in the stone as well. And that's how the game does its procedural generation. Oh yeah, we did some more exploratory mining, so let's dig out some more of these nodes that I found. Sometimes you gotta have some pretty good eyesight for these, because you're looking for these little tiny gems that are in, like, I don't know how well you can see that. Maybe that's not showing up at your level of, but if I zoom in here, so you can see there's these little tiny gems in the wall right there. That's what I'm looking for to get these. So I'm spotting those, and then just these ones are just obviously a different color. And you got to kind of mouse over and look up here and see the rough hewn tetrahedrite up at the top. So tetrahedrite is it's one of probably the most common minerals that you're going to find that's a metal. Alright, so that my exploratory mining's yielded some results, so I'll get them digging on those. And There we go. We got some people praying. Excellent. Hopefully that'll make some people happier. We're up to 6 unhappy though. That's okay. They might be unhappy because their leader is running around in the nude, going crazy and yelling at people. That's a possibility. All right. Oh, did you guys not tell me about this? There's a colony of beehives right here. How did I not see that? All right, so we got at least 1 colony of beehives. All right, we are going to do honey as well. All right, so to do honey, let's do 10. No. So we need to create a hive. And it needs to be made out of something. We will do I have lots of copper? I have lots of copper at least. No, we won't. Can we do rock hive? I don't remember. Yeah, rock hive. We're going to do some rock hives. And 10 rock hives is good. Alright, so with bees, you create a rock hive and you install it on the map. Oh, let me get the time going. And they'll go and grab one of these bee hives that you see here and take that and put it in your rock hive. And then it'll kind of grow up and eventually become bees. Now I'm going to want to put them down here kind of away from my ducks. Otherwise, if I put them near my ducks, the bees will fly over and sting the ducks, and they're not happy about that. Alright, but I'm going to do the next level here. So I've got the ramps leading up a level. I've already got 1 tree cut down. They're going to come cut down this other one at some point. So here's the next level up. So what I'm going to want to do is these corners are tough to build because you have to either be here, you have to be in the space around it, and currently there's no spaces around it to put a wall out to the corners. And I'm going to want a second layer, including the corner, around all this. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to construct some floors here, going out 1 space on these corners. Oops, I don't think I did an andesite block over there. I think it was a full andesite. I don't know now. I'll let it go anyways. Someone might be slow. So what that's going to allow me to do is now I can build a wall all the way along that strip and all the way along this strip. And then after I build that first wall, I'm going to remove these 4 floors and then build a wall strip all the way up and down in between it. So that's how I could get to those corners. Alright, so I got that going. I'll have to come check that and see when the dwarves finish those 4 spots. They're done the rest of the wall, which is nice. And so on the hives, struck cobalite, become a carpenter, started raining. I can check this every now and then and see if when a thing comes up for I've completed my 10 hives. I can also just come back to the jobs every now and then. So I've already made 2 rock hives. So since I've made 2 rock hives, I'm just going to start with those and get it started. All right, so these are under workshops and farming and hive right here. So I've made a couple. So I'm going to put a hive down here and a hive right there. And these first 2 hives I'm actually going to have as my non-food producing hives. So the way a hive works is when it's gathered, they take the hive, they take the whole thing out, all the bees, all the honeycomb. The thing is just wiped and it's down to just the stone. And so what you need to do is you need to take a colony of bees and split the colony. So the way that you're going to do that is you need a colony that's ready to be split. And they do it automatically if you have an empty hive and you want it to be filled and you've got another hive that's ready to be split, they'll just automatically grab that ready to be split one and put it in there. So that's easy to do. But what you have to do is basically turn a couple of hives into don't gather this one. That way they grow big enough to actually split it. So these first 2, I'm going to get them ready to be split. And this will give us another place for food. Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, let me come into the labor menu, the kitchen. So you're going to want to be a little bit specific about what your dwarves actually cook. So we have, for instance, this is vegetables, fruits, and leaves. My plump helmets, I actually don't like them to cook that. I like them just to brew that. Same thing with my sweet pods. They already don't. And what else do I have? I have the wheat, but I don't think the wheat is ever cookable? I don't see any of them. Oh, no, I'm not making that, I don't think. So we don't have to worry about that. Is there anything else I don't want them to cook? Probably not. They could probably cook the rest. And then for drinks, you can decide if you want them to cook your drinks. So for this, I guess I'm probably fine with them. We won't cook those. If they cook drinks and you're not having many other food sources, you could actually get to a point where they're burning through all of your drinks, and then you'll see all kinds of food, but you won't have any drinks, and you've got this drink industry going. You're wondering where it all goes. It might all be feeding back into your food industry, so you might want to protect certain types of drink. And then we've got lots of this. So duck eggs, I got 98 duck eggs. So plenty of duck eggs. Wow. Apparently there's a guinea hen egg. Somewhere out there it keeps using, I don't know where they're finding those eggs. I didn't know I had one of those. It's fine. Alright. Alright, we got one floor done. 3 more floors, we'll do that. Are these hives installed? No, they're not installed yet. Oh, we're going to need to expand our food industry to account for those, though. Okay, so I'm going to need a press, something like that. Press honey from honeycomb. Yes. And I'm only going to want to do maybe like 3. We'll do one of those at a time. So if I have a honeycomb, and at least a honeycomb, and we have a liquid container to put it in, and then we're going to go press the honeycomb. So I need that. I'm also going to need to, I think I need to build, go down one to my kitchen. I need to build a workshop. Where is it? It's like a screw press or something like that. Oh, screw press, there it is. Alright, so I'll put it in here in the kitchen. It requires some mechanisms. There we go. So we got a screw press, and we're going to do it. So basically the honeycomb, when it's ready to be collected, they collect some honey right off the bat, but then they also collect a honeycomb, and the honeycomb itself needs to come over here. And that's going to turn into some wax and some more honey. So you basically get double the honey if you press the honeycombs. So I've got the screw press ready to go for when I start doing that. So let's see if I'm right. So we came over, and no, it stayed andesite the whole level. We'll have to check some other levels and see if the type of level changes when we cross over to the other side. I'm actually curious to see if that will happen or not, because I know there are different minerals on each level. So it might just be that the level is andesite, but if I go to one side or another, I might just see different minerals on each one. So we'll have to do some exploration there. I also want to do some experimentation with stairs with you. But for right now, I didn't have very many blocks left last time I looked. Let me go take a look. So my blocks up here. No, I don't got too many blocks. I'm going to need them to make a few more blocks for me before I build the next level up. So we're going to wait on that. But now I've got it built enough so that I can do what I want, though. So like I said, we're going to want the walls all the way out to the side. So I can do a wall all the way across here because I got the floor all the way, wall all the way across here because I got the floor all the way, and then I'll remove those floors and then do the other directions for walls. So that'll be in a bit. But I think I want to protect. The one size wall might protect these guys from everything that's been happening to them. So I'm going to go ahead and put this wall in here and hope that the wildlife leave them alone with just the one high wall. If not, then oh well, I tried. All right, we got some beehives. All right, so here we've got the beehive. We're going to install the colony when ready. That's automatic, but we're going to get rid of these gather products from these two that I started with. So what that means is that eventually the hive will get full enough that it's ready to be split, and that means that it can feed other hives if I don't have it. Now, I found some live honeybees, so there were at least 2 on this map, and there might actually be more. Did I finish the hives? I finished the hives, so I'm going to build the other 8 hives right now. Alright, so what were those? Those are workshops. Those are under farming. That's a hive. And you can see for the most part, I know exactly which menu I'm going to for what I want. That just takes time and experience. You'll get to the point where you just remember where stuff is as well if you play this game enough. Sometimes I don't remember. I have to sit there and find it. I know yesterday we had a time where for some reason I couldn't find the command to make rock blocks. I don't know why I wasn't seeing it. You probably were all seeing it just fine and wondering why I was being stupid, but it happens. Alright, so I got this bridge done across the water. Do I want to be able to raise that? Do I care? I don't know that I care. I'm not going to build a lever for that right now. I know I put it there in case I want to. I know I do want to do this lever, though. I think I'm actually going to close this off rather soon because I want to show you how we get some meat. Alright, so we're going to do some machines, and the machine we're going to make is a lever. And the lever we're going to put is right here, just next to it. There we go. We got some traps. Like we found out yesterday, when the traps first get started, there's little black dots around it, and when you load it with a trap, it's got brown dots around it. You can see we got quite a few. The first time I get invaded, oh, we have another person possessed. Let's go take a look and see if that person's going to do something, or if we're going to lose another person. We already got one crazy person. How's she doing, by the way? Usteth the clerk. How you doing, Usteth? Usteth is starving and dehydrated and drowsy. Yes, because you're running around naked, Usteth. I don't know what you're doing. Alright, so Catton. Catton, the herbalist, has been possessed and wants a mechanic workshop. Alright, Catton has 2 lovers. Wow. So she's claimed the mechanics, and let's see if she is still waiting on stuff. Looks like she's waiting on stuff too. I am just not getting lucky. I must pray. I'm uneasy. Unable to pray. You can pray to lure it all you want. I've got a temple to lure it. Why is it not telling me? You used to be able to just easily see what it is they need. They would either talk about it or it was in their thoughts. I can't remember. Maybe I need to just go back and forth. I don't know how to get this to... Oh, pause. Clerk has been found dead. Oh, I didn't build... See, I knew that person was going to die. I don't have a tomb ready to go. You guys are distracting me, and I don't have stuff ready to go. Alright, on the temple level? No, we'll do 1 level down from the temple level. So unfortunately, that body's just going to sit there and go bad for a little bit. As I build this, but then on this level, so it's going to come down, be there. So I'm going to go this way with it. And start... we'll go 4. That looks good. There we go. So I don't usually have this in my own games, but I got those couple of miners that and actually, let me go ahead and turn that off because they've been doing, well, let me get this built first, and then I'm going to take that off. So in my own games, I don't set the miners to only mine. I'm okay waiting for mining to happen. I'd set that for this video, that way I'd have to spend time waiting, but the fort has been pretty good now for a while. So I'm probably going to just take this, the labor tab, take this off of that so they can do other stuff too. Alright, now I already had some burial receptacles done. So I'm going to put one here, get a coffin, get one here, do another coffin. Alright, yes, found dead, dehydrated. They're probably going to die too. I don't know why I can't get... Alright, we want a tomb. And accept. Alright. And we want another tomb. Just in case another dwarf dies. Accept. Alright, so we now have, this is the resting place of our clerk, Usteth. It is designated for her already, but she hasn't technically been carried here yet. You would see her body down in here. It's just kind of, the dwarves know that that's where she's going to go right now. So somebody at some point will carry her down here. I think that was just it. So you see the coffin got closed from open. So we click on here now. There's Usteth's corpse. And there we go. So now, the reason why you're going to want to do that is because there's people that love Usteth. Oh, a child is fighting a Wolverine. Oh my goodness. This child is kicking this Wolverine's butt. Punches the giant Wolverine in the lower body, bruises the muscle. Feel no terror from the dwarven child. Punches it in the right paw, bruising the muscle. Force bends the front leg. Jumps away, dodges the attack back from the Wolverine. Child punches the Wolverine in the head, stunning the Wolverine. Pulls the neck, tearing apart the skin. Basically, this child has punched the Wolverine so hard that it like half tore the Wolverine's head off. Punches in the mouth, the injured part collapses. Pulls the head, tearing apart the skin. This dwarven child is taking this Wolverine's head off. Man, that is giant Wolverine. Collides. Oh, it gets pissed off that it's getting its head taken off. So it charges the child, gets knocked over, child stands up, misses again. Ooh, scratches in the left hand through the glove. Punches in the little, bruising its fat. Bruising some more fat. Oh, scratches in the right foot, tearing through some muscle. Pulls the right ankle. Child got hit in the ankle. Wolverine rushes, knocks the child over again. Misses the Wolverine. Bruising some more muscle. Man. Lower body, bruising the guts. Alright, well, looks sick. This is a fun fight. Alright, so what I'm going to do is this child probably needs some help. So we're going to create a squad of metal armor because we need some people. Alright, so we've got, you know, these axe dwarves that I've made. So we've got those two. We'll do a couple of spear dwarves. A swords dwarf, that's good. That's probably good for now. We'll do 6 dwarves. Alright, back to squads. We're going to select that dwarf and tell them to come kill. Oh, I have to close out that. Alright, so I got the one target, confirm. They want to kill the giant Wolverine. So they're actually going to go get some... They might come get some of their weapons first, but in general, they're going to come kill the Wolverine. Looks like they kind of went away from each other, but here comes the dwarves coming to kill that Wolverine. Killed that Wolverine dead. Alright, so now, let's select that. Oh, they're... Oh, is it not dead? Oh, I guess the fight's not dead yet. They're about to kill it. I hope. They're beating on it. But they... Oh my goodness. It's taking them forever to kill this Wolverine. Giant Wolverine is fighting. Yeah, so they're just all sitting around it, beating it to death. It doesn't look like it's doing anything to them, so they're just punching it over and over again until the Wolverine dies. Some of these giant animals can be pretty tough. Let the blood flow. Alright, how are we doing on hives? Man. Okay. Ooh. The nose got ripped off of the child. Oh my goodness. That's not good for that kid. Lost a nose to a Wolverine. So I don't need to worry about them anymore. They'll take care of that. That Wolverine's not going to survive that. They're just, if for whatever reason, it's going to take a little while for them to finish the Wolverine off. But the Wolverine won't make it. But let's go ahead and get the dwarves training started. So what I wanted to do was build a barracks. So I've got these traps going in here. If anything makes it through the traps, I'm going to want them to actually have to deal with my barracks before they get into here. So I'm going to create some barracks, but I don't actually want to be in sand, because I do eventually want the barracks to look nice. So I'm going to actually dig down from here. I don't like that spot. Try this. Let's try this spot. If I dig down from here, yeah, that looks better. Alright, so I'm going to dig down from there. And then I'm going to put a barracks in here. So I'm going to go 3, 4, 5 places to the right here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Was that 10 or 11? 5. I like to make 11 by 11 places. So there we go. And then after I do that, then I'm going to want to come back up to this level and come back up. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm also going to put in a wall right there in between. So what's going to happen now is after they get through the traps, they're going to have to go down this staircase and get to my training room, come back up the staircase to keep going. And this will just be where my dwarves train, is in here. So it'll provide a little extra protection. And if for some reason when the fight happens, if there's no dwarves currently training, I will just tell them to come station here. Sometimes when I train my dwarves, I give them off periods. There we go. That Wolverine's finally dead. That was brutal. My buffalo. Oh, I forgot to. So if you don't put your other animals in pasture, sometimes they don't eat. I don't know why. They're stupid animals. Alright, pen pasture, we'll just put it right here out front. Except, and what else we got here? We've got water buffalo, a horse, another water buffalo, we'll put them in there. Oh, see, there's that guinea hen. You know what? Come over to this one, we'll add it in here. You, go lay some eggs in there. That's just more variety on the type of eggs. Dwarves will like that. I don't know where it came from. It probably, oftentimes, migrants will show up with animals. So that's probably what happened there. Alright, now here for a barracks, we are going to need some weapon racks and armor racks. So I need a rock weapon rack. And I need a rock armor stand. Alright, and so for both of these, I am going to want this on repeat. Just because you're going to get times that you're going to want to do more than one barracks, but you're also going to get nobles. When you start making quarters for them, they're going to want armor stands and weapon racks too for some reason. So I just have that so that we always have some readily available. Alright, they're fighting. So I think you're about to go crazy. You gonna give me any... Everything's... Yeah, I'm sure everything's fine. How do I... Man, thoughts. You know, this used to be easy. I don't know what's going on. Wonder if there's like another menu that does it. Work orders, labor, tasks. Maybe it's a task. I don't see it. Strange mood. Okay, strange mood right here. If I mouse over it, I don't got anything. That's the character sheet. I wonder if let's try, if I click on this itself. Has been claimed, keeps muttering. Alright, so we got some stuff already. Oh, they started it. I don't remember. Oh, it became it. There we go. Has begun a mysterious construction. So it's possible, now that I look at this, you might be able to click on the workshop itself and see what is needed. We'll check that the next time we have a strange construction. But if we look at, what was it, Catton? Where is Catton? Where are you, Catton? Catton the herbalist, storing the item in the stockpile. Alright, so if we look at the skills of Catton here, we now have, what was it? Just a dabbling mason? Oh no, it was a mechanic? Novice mechanic. So I think it might have been yeah, it was a mechanic, right? So, dabbing created, I guess I closed it out too quick. Let's see what she's got. Catton is got in the store. What's the item she's got? I don't see it. Let's see, we've got... Oh, I think there's an actual item for, for our artifacts. And I don't remember where those are. Objects, menu, artifacts. There we go. Yes, this thing, gasoline. So this is what she just created. So it's a artifact gold mechanism. So it creates things more valuable. So its value is maybe 2,000. You can sell your artifacts. You can like put them on a pedestal for display. Sometimes artifacts are actually useful if they're like an armor or a weapon. A gold mechanism is not that helpful. Alright, so we've got, these ones are not ready to be split, but we've got a lot of hives, and some of these don't have anything in it. So you can see like these don't have bees in it, so they aren't, it doesn't look like there's very many on the map. In fact, none of them have it. So either they haven't been installed yet, or we're gonna wait and these bees will have to move over. Either way, I've got some time until anything is ready, because these ones are going to split into one of these, and that'll keep happening. So this check mark will just stay off, and it'll be ready to split, and then they'll take it and fill one of these other ones with it. After it gets done and they harvest it, it'll go empty again, and they'll take another one ready to be split and put it in here. So these two will just keep getting ready to split and going into and feeding these other 8. And then these ones will be coming up to finish, and they'll harvest them and go take them back to get honey out of them. And so that'll be a nice cycle for me to get an extra type of food. Alright, I should have done some more blocks by now, so let's... another tree showed up. Alright, let's get rid of that tree too. Alright, and let's go and build another construction of a wall. So I go along that. Yeah, lots of andesite blocks. 18 on that side, and we'll do another wall on this side. Bunch of andesite blocks on that side. There we go. So now my dwarves will finish that off. Again, once we finish that, and really once you finish the corners is when you can remove these floors that went out to the side. As you can see, now we have another level. And what's kind of neat about this is it's actually right here on this level, so it's actually one above. So it kind of looks like it's kind of like a castle type of thing, where this wall is a little bit higher than the wall underneath it, or a little bit farther out. So it's kind of neat. I could turn it into like a little guard post, put some archers up top or something like that. All right, let's see on my barracks. All right, so designated a barracks. We're going to go back to creating a zone. Barracks. Put the barracks in there. Accept that. We're going to assign the squad. So it's the last armors is the squad I made. They're going to train here, and they can store some stuff in here as well. I don't like to have them sleep in the barracks. I like to let them go back to their own places. But in order for them to store stuff, they need to have chests and armor stands and weapon stands. And now I'm also going to come in here, back up to the squad menu, and we're going to select the squad and go to the schedule. So for the schedule on this, I like to view the monthly schedule, and the constant training I'm gonna turn into not constant training. So this off duty, I'm gonna copy an off duty thing, and I'm gonna put off duty just like every 4 months. So they'll train for 3 months, be off for a month. That way they can go do stuff besides training. All right, so I got that, and then I'm going to click on this in that square to show that, so you see I'm clicking in here to say what they're doing. So I'm going to put them on the monthly orders of this. So it's going to be constant training. However, if you see right now, the month that it is the current month is train. So that actually should start training as soon as I do this. So they should start training. They should come here. And I forgot, did I give them... Yeah, they're on metal armor. So the base metal armor is that they're going to want to just get a metal weapon and metal slots for everything else. I'm going to eventually do a very specific armor set once I get steel going. I'm going to make sure that they use steel for everything. But you can see that they're going to start coming down here. So I got one axe dwarf coming. The rest will start showing up, and then they'll start practicing together. So I've got some military training. Alright, so that's good to go. We got my hives good to go. We're building this. We've got those walls. Okay, so the walls are up. So now I'm going to designate... Oh, no, sorry, we dig. Under the dig menu, there's this, looks like stairs crossed out. That's what we do to remove construction. So I'm going to remove these floors here that I use just to put the walls up. And dwarves will eventually come do that. And then I can do the walls the other way, although I probably need some more blocks back. Alright, let me go check how my bars are doing. Copper. For some reason, they're not moving them. I gotta figure out what I screwed up here. So this minecart is not dumping. Alright, so I screwed something up because it is a big... let's see. How do I get to just the... Oh, this is what I can do. That might get rid of the track stop. See if that does, because I did have a track stop there. And let me check out the haul-in menu as well. This was not my metal ones. No. No. No, this one. Blocks, metal. So it's all my metal blocks. That's good. This stockpile. This one is metal blocks. It's just not dumping. Oh, so if I come back to the Holland menu, for this one, conditions, no, the conditions are good. The stockpile is good. It's got the right thing there. No, I've got the track stop. I've got the minecart. So it's probably the track stop is bad. So how am I going to fix this easily? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build another track stop. Not going anywhere. We'll put it right here. Yeah. And then I'm going to put a track stop over here. I'm going to put another route. I'm going to see which minecart this is and move it over there. And then I'm going to try to access the track stop underneath and see what I messed up. What I most likely messed up is I didn't have it actually doing a dump to the left. And so it's just sitting there with a full load. And I don't know how to fix that track stop without breaking it and put it back together, or without being able to access it. I couldn't find a way to access it right there. I didn't see a button. But we'll see if we can figure this out. We're on to autumn. Still got lots of food and drink. Alright, so we're going to add a new route with a track stop right here. And the minecart that we want is... this minecart is the Route 7 minecart. Alright, so the minecart that we want here is the Route 7 minecart. We're going to move that one over there. Alright, I don't even see a track stop there. I may have forgotten to put a track stop completely. Alright, construction, track stop, to the left, right there. Andesite blocks. Alright, and then we're going to come back to the routes menu. So now it's Route 9 that has it. So Route 7 is going to get it back, and it's going to come from Route 9. Route 9 minecart is this one right here, right? Yes. Bring the Route 9 minecart back over. And then Route 9 we don't actually need. But let me wait to remove it until the dwarves come back and put it back. Sometimes these are trouble. If you forget to do a step, obviously it becomes difficult. Come on, dwarves, what are you doing? Autumn has come. You guys are having too much fun. They're probably all asleep. Go back and dig some more, get some gems going, get some more minerals. You need to have lots of value when somebody comes to trade. Alright, they put... I don't know where it went. Where'd you go, minecart? Where'd you go, minecart? You're supposed to come right here. Hold on a sec. Route. It shows it. It wants to be here, but it's not there. Okay, well, I can get rid of this. And track stop. Let's see if... Oh, there we go. I don't know where you ran off to. Oh, we got an alert. Caravan has arrived. Alright. From Udale Cohen. So, we're going to come up to the top, come to our trade, move some goods, go to our cut gems, and let's bring all the cut gems in case we need them. We'll see what the merchants have. We got lots of value this time around. Some of these gems are pretty valuable. Look at these ones, all 1,000 value gems all up in here. So this is, I'll be able to get a lot of good stuff depending on what they got. And then I'm going to tell my my broker to come here. They'll be sitting here early, but that's okay. I don't mind if the dwarves do what I tell them to do. Oh, there we go. We got some live honeybees and some more of these, so that's good to go. Now they're actually working on it. And if you click here, you can see a weight in 49, 46. So they're bringing all the gems over. You can also see that there's, you know, the people I'm trading with are showing up. So when this gets down to 0 items, and this trade goes from being grayed out to white, we can actually start trading here. And this one's going to be more valuable than the last one. I think the last one we had, in episode 1, we had about 340 value to trade with. So I think we grabbed just like a little bit of cheeses or something, or maybe something little. Oh, it's diplomacy. This is actually dwarves. So what did the dwarves want from mountainhome? Alright, we probably still want some iron bars, some pig bars, some steel bars from them. And we might need some more anvils. So we'll ask for that. I don't know that I care about too much other stuff to request. They usually bring some other stuff anyways, and I don't want to pay more for it, but I want them to make sure they're bringing that stuff. And what are they going to want? Musical instruments and sheets. I don't know. Maybe I'll make some musical instruments because I need some for my temples anyways. So maybe we'll make you some musical instruments. Can we trade yet? No. So I've got all my gems. That's gone. We're just kind of waiting for the broker to show up. Broker's drinking. Get up here, broker. Conduct meeting. There we go. No job. Trade at depot. Now they're on their way. All right, trade. All right, we're going to mark all of ours. Got 6,000. All right, that's a little bit better. Iron and pig iron. We definitely want the pig iron bars because that's just a step out of the way. And the steel bars are expensive, so we'll think about it. Did they bring the anvils that I asked for? Where are you, anvils? There we go. Yes, you brought some anvils. I'll grab a couple more iron anvils from you so I don't have to make it. And then, yeah, let's grab some meat from you. Let's grab some fish from you. I like doing this just because it gives my dwarves some happiness having other types of food. Do I care about the plump helmets? They're kind of cheap. Now I got so much food, it's crazy. Alright. And we're gonna grab some thread. I still got plenty of stuff. Okay. Cheeses. I love getting the cheeses. Because I don't like making cheese myself. It's an industry I don't like, so what I do is I just trade for it every time it shows up. And I get the best of both worlds. We'll grab some crutches. Alright. The other thing I want to look for is getting some gypsum powder is sometimes nice. We're going to come back up to the bags. Sometimes they have. I might want to take some cloth actually as well. Because these industries are sometimes a pain. Oh, that's expensive. Never mind. This one. This is the cloth I want. And where are you, bags? Alright, so we've got sweet pods. Let me grab those sweet pod seeds. But I don't see a gypsum bag. And they're good for making plasters in for a cast in a hospital, and sometimes the dwarves like to bring some for me. But I don't see any. So I think that's good for now. The trader's going to get 3,600 in profit. That's no good. I'm going to need to get some more than that. I like to try to roughly make these even, so I give them a deal, essentially. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. I'm going to come... Where are my expensive gems? Oh, I don't get the really expensive gems. They're giving me 200, about 200 value for that. So what I'm going to do is just get rid of some of these 200s until it's about even. There we go. We're going to trade that, and then we're going to mark it all, and we're just going to offer as a gift. All right, so the reason I do that is that I eventually want the king of the dwarves to come be with me. So I want to be the mountain home. I want to be the head of all the dwarves in my civilization. And you need to get to a couple of milestones in order for that to work. You need to have exported enough stuff. You need to have enough dwarves here. We're nowhere close. We're only at 22 dwarves. And you need to be able to have gifted them enough stuff. So I'm just kind of working ahead on that right now. So I've gifted them some value. I've traded some value, so that's going to help. Both of those things are going to help. Now that we've gotten a lot more value, I should get more population this next year, these next seasons. So when these guys leave, the next time that we get, oh good, we're already sparring. So people were saying they're having trouble sparring as well. I don't know what I'm doing differently, other than I usually have like 5 or 6 dwarves to start with, and they're already to the sparring level. The sparring is the fastest way to get experience. So they're down there getting all their skills. And if I look at some of these dwarves, their skills, combat skills, you can see that they're starting to get a lot of stuff: striking, wrestling, armor use, dodging. So they're getting all their skills up there. I do need to actually get them some real armor though, which I need to work on that. How am I doing on my... So this was closed off. Alright, I've got plenty of copper and silver. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we need some nice stockpiles for weapons and for armor. Did I pause it? No, good. And weapons I'll put on this side. And we're going to want to build a couple more metalsmiths with those anvils I just got. Alright. Okay, I got a bunch more blocks. Let's see if we could build... Oh, they still haven't removed those floors yet. Alright, we'll have to wait a little bit. I guess I could do some of the other wall and just wait on those. Construction wall. Alright. Let me see if I've got another chopper I can add. I've already got 3 woodcutters? Come on. No hunters. Stop fishing. Cut that out. I'm not ready to fish. Plant gatherers. Everyone does this. You know what? Let's actually just give a couple of herbalists. So not everyone is out there doing it. How's my planters doing? Adept and competent, that's good. You want good planters because it gives you more yields out of your farming. Do I want to... Yeah, so let's just give a couple of these guys. And engravers. Oh, you got a new peasant? You get to be my engraver. You're going to become a great... I got no one with the skill. And let's start getting you to work, actually. We will engrave these things. So, engrave. Engrave increases the value even again over smooth. Plus, you could go around and see what they engraved, and see what kind of fun stuff. Oh, let me finish building these out so that I can have them ready for when all our new people show up, now that they're happy with how much value I've put out. I'm expecting that pretty soon afterwards. The news of my wealth happens pretty quickly after they leave. So right now they still haven't, they may have left by now. But once they leave, then people will hear, hey, this is a good place to find some wealth, and then dwarves will start showing up. Plus, I think they get some sense of just how much value my fortress has generated on their own, which just helps as well. Okay, now I gotta actually assign these as beds. So bedroom, multi, there we go, done. 10 more bedrooms. And I'm probably going to need more than just these, so I'm going to go ahead and dig out again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we'll do another 20. So I'm up to 40 rooms already done. So this will put me up to 60. I believe my cap is currently at 200, so I'm going to need about 200 rooms by the time I get done, so I'm going to have to do 10 of these wins. You don't really need more than that. Even if your population gets over 200, there's going to be enough families together that 200 rooms is about all you need. And some of my dwarves are going to be nobles and that kind of stuff, and they're not going to be with general population. So, oh, good, my stray dogs. So I just got some dogs that grew up, so what I'm going to want to do is come on my pet livestock and train them to be war dogs as well. And also, since I have some extra dogs here, what I'm going to want to do is show you how I protect with the dog. Because I have my 2 dogs that were assigned in here, and I would just want to keep those in there. Leaving soon. Okay, so they're leaving soon. That's good. Get out of here. Go tell the world. So, I've got this entrance into my fort, and thieves and stuff can come into my entrance because I don't got any dogs guarding the entrance. I got my dogs guarding over here. Dogs can sniff out thieves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up a level, and there is like nothing up here. Okay. So what I'm going to want to do is find a good way down into my fortress. You know what? You know what I'm going to do? Would be tricky. From here, I'm going to dig a staircase up. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want it there. No, that's fine. Alright, staircase up to there. And then what am I going to do? Then I'm going to build a wall. Construct a wall. There. Alright. I've got a wall there. And then I'm going to want to dig here, 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 here. I'm going to want to build another wall. Construct a wall right here. There we go. And I'm going to want to dig a channel right here. Right there, right? Okay, so these 3 places are going to become open very shortly. Then I'm going to need to build some more walls. There. need to chop down this tree because it is in my way. So what am I doing? I am making a dog guard post. And I'm making it in such a way that none of the bad guys can get to my dogs. The reason that I want to do that is that I don't want anybody killing my dogs, but I want them to be able to see bad guys that are getting into my area. So I'm creating a path from inside my fort, which actually is going to be right next to my guard post. You have to take the stairs up all the way to here. And then this is going to be enclosed once I get the walls and this is going to come over to here. I'm going to have a guard post here. I'm going to put walls over all this. This little channel, I have to build those. I'm going to need some floor grates. So grate. We're going to make some rock grates. And actually for the rock grates, I'm going to want a bunch of them. Let's go with 30 rock grates. Because I'm actually going to do something similar when I do my fishing industry. Stray war dogs, excellent. Masterpiece wood chest, good job. A couple of bards visiting, I don't like bards. Attached to a copper shield. When guys fight enough with weapons and armor, they can grow attached to it, and it actually makes more use out of them. It just makes it, they're a little bit better with it. Now, getting attached to a copper shield is kind of annoying because I'm going to eventually want to get them steel. Oh, we got a Wolverine again. A Wolverine woman. Let's see. She's been throwing up. Did she die? War dog and Wolverine man. Let's try the Wolverine man. Where are you, Wolverine? Oh, you know what I can do? So if you come to people, go to other. Let's see. Yeah, we got some Wolverine men. Couple of Wolverine men all the way down there. And then where's this other one? Wolverine woman. Also down there. Okay, so I got them all on my screen right now. So what I'm going to do, these guys are causing problems. I'm going to do select, I'm going to do kill, and I'm going to do, instead of the single, I'm going to paint. And so I'm going to drag a big thin around all of these. So there's 3 targets, 2 men and a woman, and I'm going to confirm that. Alright, so those are on my kill list. My guys will go and deal with the Wolverines. Not the ones that protect us from the Russians. If you don't understand that reference, you're younger than I am. Alright. Migrants have arrived. Alright, so you can see, look at my population go through the roof now that I've got that wealth. So looking at 30, 31, 32, 33. Alright, all kinds of pop. They are excited about the wealth that I traded away. But also, in order to keep that wealth going, I'm going to need to keep digging and getting more gems. So I need to do some more exploratory mining. And also with these new recruits, I'm going to see if I can get some more miners as well. Oops. Alright, so miners, let's see. I don't have anybody with the skills, but let's see what I got. I got a fish cleaner. I don't care about fish cleaning. Ooh, I got a surgeon. That might be helpful. An animal dissector. I don't care about animal dissecting. You two are going to become miners. Wood cutting. 3 woodcutters. I don't know that I care about 3 woodcutters. That's fine. Hunters, no. Planters, we'll keep that as 3. No extra. We'll do another collector. Although he's a weaponsmith. I might not want that. He might be weaponsmithing for me pretty soon. Alright. But stopping, it looks like we're stopping at 33, so I've got enough rooms right now, so I'll come back and do the rooms later. I want to come see if I finished digging this out. No, I haven't. Okay. You know, you guys, I don't know about you, but I'm gonna get you back to just digging for a little bit. I need you to finish. Alright, how's my combat going? They are no special orders, so we probably killed all of them. And did everybody survive? Looks like it, potentially. Let's see how we did. Punch in. So, for those of you who are interested, a Wolverine man is not the same thing as a were creature. There's just a lot of animal men in this game. So virtually every animal you can see, there can also be like animal men, animal woman versions of those of the same creatures. So it's just, you know, kind of an interesting thing that you got, that you can just have all kinds of crazy people like that. Some of them are friendly, some of them are not. For some reason, those ones were causing trouble, so I just got rid of them. That's how I deal with people. If you don't like it, probably watch a different stream. We'll finish off the last of these walls here, and we're actually going to put another ramp in right here to get up to the next level, because I'm going to want to put some floor around the outside to make it so it's impossible to climb up here. There we go. So now I can get up to the top. And now that I get up to the top, what I'm going to build is a floor, which essentially becomes a ceiling. So like that. Alright. Now this one, you don't need to build the extra one out, because what's going to happen is as they build this one, they can then access the next floor next to it. So it's fine to just build it like that. Alright, so my duck should be left alone. This looks like it's been taken care of pretty good. That's there. We got some open spaces, so now we can build constructions. We need floor grates right here. We only got one done so far, it looks like. Yeah. So we'll have to build some more. And I think we were out of blocks too. We've got some tunnel coming over here, which is good. Let's go see how my blocks are doing. Is there another type of block? I got lots of andesite blocks. Oh, but they're building the wall, so there's not really many left, I don't think. Oh, somebody got a... Totally missed it. Another construction. Excellent. Another puppy's been born. That's good. I like having lots of dogs. They're just helpful. Should be enough traps, especially since I've got some people training now. Oh, the grass is kind of getting sparse. Wonder if I get too many ducks. I didn't think they ate that much grass. I don't know what's going on in here. Maybe it was just all the fighting and stuff? I'm not sure. I do know that this puppy here... Oh, I don't need to pause it for this. I need to get rid of the puppy from stopping it here. Go and have fun, puppy. Wherever you want to go. How are we doing on beehives? So there's 1, 2, 3, 3 that do not have a hive yet. So what's most likely happening, though, since they are filling up, is these ones have been getting to the ready to be split, and then the dwarf will automatically come and push it over. I do not know if we've had any honey yet. Let me see if... let's see, drinks. I don't see any honey-related drink there. I don't see globlets. No. Globs. None. No globs. I think it's counted as a glob when you have some honey. But let me just double check. Liquid. No honeybee royal jelly. So I do have one at least that was done. And let's go ahead and come into our kitchen here and see, where would it be? Royal, I don't know that it would be there. I know there we go. Royal jelly. I don't know where it would sit. Oh, I might need to... Not sure. Oh, let's build some furniture on... Oh no, it's military. Build some weapon racks. And we're also going to build some armor stands. And so now they'll just have a place to actually store, like I told them to, store their weapons and armor in here. Plus it adds to the value, so they get happier that they're in a more valuable place. I'm eventually going to smooth this place down as well. But for right now, oh, no more armor stands. Alright, that's fine. Call it good for now. And I don't know that I have any iron, or I don't think I found any iron producing minerals yet, so I'm gonna have to work on that. But I actually think that's probably a pretty good stopping point for this session. So I've pretty much got this good to go. Our ducks are saved. We've got honey. Looks like it's starting to be produced. We're starting making some honey stuff. I've got squads being trained, so we're good there. I think the next episode we're going to get more into the metals industry. You see they're digging that out, so I can show how I do my armor craft and weapon crafting. Also, if we get some iron bars, and I got some pig iron bars, but I need some iron bars too. So we're going to have to do some exploratory mining to get some iron. I probably should have picked up some iron from the trade. We'll see what we can do with that, and we'll probably get to the steel industry. So I'll see how you get to steel and show you how to make steel products. We've got some silver, so I can make some more hammers. Silver's pretty good for more hammers. So that'll be next time. And possibly we'll get enough value that somebody will come attack us. Another giant Wolverine. Alright, we'll pause it there because we're going to want to go tell my troops to go kill that Wolverine. So that's good for today. Thanks for joining. Have a good day.